But welcome in. We are going through this wonderful piece of literature again. I also went back and revisited some of the decisions that we made, so I've got a kind of précis of what we did. Is that the right word? Sort of a description of the bits and bobs that we have done. Let me find it. Zone Zapper. If in doubt, search main plot points. Here we go. So I was going to draw this out, but the drawings I've done have taken so long. I think I'm just spending much too long trying to make them good, which is obviously not the point of the drawings. So I probably just need to cool my beans and do things half-assed, which is kind of the theme of this stream. So as a recap, we have part 1. Part 1, Robotnik made a gun, and he's quite pleased about this. I think I do have an image for this, but I'm not sure it's finished. Anyway, I'm going to re-illustrate the whole thing in its own particular style, which is not spending an hour drawing a fucking picture of Robotnik with a gun. Robotnik, he makes a gun, he's really pleased with himself, it turns everything good into bad and everything bad into good. He's not so keen on the bad into good, blah 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 blah. He manages to attach it to a flying machine, he comes along and Sonic and Tails are having a lovely time, but here comes Robotnik in his flying machine and he shoots loads of stuff and all the trees turn bad and all like the rocks turn into baddie things. They try to attack him, but it doesn't go very well and Tails hurts his ankle, poor hurty ankle. Then with a hurty ankle, Robotnik shoots him unkindly with his laser and Tails turns into a kind of lame badnik. Lame in two senses of the word, because one, being a badnik is lame, like just be nice, be kind, don't be a dickhead, and otherwise you're lame. 2, because he hurt his ankle, as you'll remember, so it's a pun. Then Sonic goes off to, like, the first choice was, do you want to go to the very end of Sonic 2, the Winged Fortress zone? So I was like, yeah, okay. Like skip to the end, always. So we get to Sky Chase Zone, we fly some sort of a machine, get to Winged Fortress, we find Clucker, the evil chicken. Is that what a chicken looks like? Yeah. And he's like shooting his eggs, probably at us, but we kill him. Kill him dead. Then find a lab, have a little peep in, find a blueprint of the laser. Deadly, deadly laser. And luckily, there is a very accurate sketch of how to destroy it, which Robotnik's just sort of left lying around. It says that 3 Chaos Emeralds need to be dropped into the machine in order to destroy it. Not 1, not 2, but 3. Which seems a bit strange because I think there's like 8 in the main game. But I guess like maybe he's just not very good at building things. Or maybe there was an extra bit that he could have bolted onto it, but he was like, nah, let's just do half job. So the Chaos Emeralds, the Chaos Emeralds are in Chemical Plant, Aquatic Ruin and Emerald Hill zones. Also in these zones, in Chemical Plant zone, there is a Magno Ladder. In Aquatic Ruin zone, there is a Sky Poon, which is hilarious, because Poon means vagina. Emerald Hill, there are Sonic Sneaker Boosters. I think we went to Chemical Plant Zone first, but the stupid thing was... Well, I'll get to the stupid thing at the end. So Magno Ladder, remember, Magno Ladder is in Chemical Plant Zone. We get to Chemical Plant Zone, hooray. We can see the power sneakers off in the distance, I guess. No, wait. There was a bit of a weird thing here where there's power sneakers and also Sonic sneaker boosters. And I think that... I don't know. Anyway, we could see some sneakers off somewhere. Sonic wants them, obviously. Very obsessed with sneakers for some reason, which we call trainers here in the UK. He tries to... Sonic tries to boff a grabber, and it's also funny because boff means shag, which means fuck. So he tries to boff Catcher. You call shoes shoes? Weird. What kind of dialect is that? What about, do you have flip-flops or thongs? Well, you might have both, but do you call them flip-flops or thongs? Because Aussies call them thongs, and I find it weird. Sandals? Sandals are something completely different. These are not sandals. Sandals are better formed. They've got like thick straps. There are all types of... I suppose it's a subset of sandal. But whichever type of shoe. I guess they're like small shoes. We've got your small shoes, your big shoes, your medium kind of shoes, shoes for doing sports, shoes for going to the beach, shoes with big webbing things for swimming. I guess it does simplify things quite a lot. Make a valid point. However, these particular types of shoe sandals are power for some reason, which Sonic is super excited about. Yeah, so he's like boffing a grabber, which I suspect actually means fighting, not shagging. But wait. Okay, my notes are not particularly detailed. I think I was drinking a cider when I wrote them. But I think he gets into some sort of trouble, but then the other grabber catches him unexpectedly in an embrace of love and peace. And Sonic's like, well, what the fuck? You like normally are a dickhead and a horrible looking spider thing that upsets me every time I see you. But he's like, oh, I'm quite good now. I'm called Catcher instead of Grabber because Sonic, Robotnik shot me into a nice guy. So they make friends and they go off, get the power sneakers, which are not the same as the Sonic sneaker boosters. That's something completely different, which isn't at all confusing, so that's fine. Catcher keeps catching him and saving him from all of the bad things. They call them flip-flop. Oh, do they call them thongs as well? Thongs and what? Okay. Thongs are for old people. Which is... I don't know how I feel about that. Although, you know, older people should be free to wear what they feel comfortable in. It doesn't mean I want to see them in it. Thongs are for old people. That is a statement that I regret instantly. Although I did go to Goa once, and I think those people did believe that as a philosophy. So, so the less said about that, the better. Catcher finds an invincibility TV, and Sonic Chat got Sonic to ask him to hand it over, and Catcher's like, nah, dickhead, this is mine, I found it. Which I think makes Catcher a better character than Sonic instantly. They go into a cave, a block falls down, so he loses all his rings but doesn't get instantly squashed like he would in the game, so that's a bonus. At that point we get the Chaos Emerald, yay, we did it. But he's not got any rings. Now, here is the almost interesting bit. At this point, we get sent along to page 226 if you're interested, and we meet, well, at some point we meet Cool Knick Knack, but he gives us the power. Wait. He gives us the Sonic Sneaker Boosters instead of the Magno Ladder. The Magno Ladder, if you'll remember, should be in the Chemical Plant Zone, and the Sonic Sneaker Boosters should be in Emerald Hill. Cool Knick Knack, Cool Knack Nick, who I keep calling Knick Knack, Knack Nick like bad Nick, get it? He wants rings, he always wants rings, he always wants 5 rings, and I've never had 5 rings to give him because the die rolls do not go well for us for some reason. Here are the die rolls, they're an extra character in the game. Not really, but we've got 1 each, and these look like boobs. They don't. Well, not any boobs I've seen, but I do have limited, well, reasonably limited experience with this. Anyway, boob dice aside, they have not been kind to us, and we have done a lot of ring losing, basically. So yeah, from Chemical Plant Zone, we got the sneaker boosters instead of the ladder. Then there was a kind of confusing bit where it's like, hey, here's Robotnik again. It's like, well, actually we haven't seen Robotnik yet. But as I was flipping my way through the book, I found the section we should have been sent to. So we're going to do that today, as well as continuing the story, which will continue from a little bit further down. Which is, we went to the Aquatic Ruin Zone, we ignored some rings because chat hates me, and then we went up high and avoided a grounder, which is the little guys on like traction things. What are they called? Traction belts, with a nose that shoots off and hits you. I think we avoided him. We also killed a bunch of wisps by being clever, and Catcher puts his bum silk on a stick to make like a tennis racket, and then we just like whiff-waff them into death instead of having to fight them, which I think is a very good idea, because the last time we fought a bunch of flying fucks, which I think was Mystic Cave Zone in the last book, they pretty much killed us. They really made a dent in my life, and then Metropolis Zone finished it off basically. So yeah, so that is where we are. No, wait. In Aquatic Ruin Zone, we also got the Chaos Emerald, and we got the Sky Poon, which was less funny than it initially sounded. It's actually just a harpoon that goes in the sky, which sounds more high-tech than it actually was. I think it's just a harpoon. Commiserations on being not first, but you are still a winner in my book. A silver winner, but still a winner. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah. Never apologise for being the most powerful. You know, you just are. You can't help it. Yes. So, we got the Chaos Emerald, we got the Sky Poon, which is a harpoon with a string on it, which we used to stick Robotnik in the butt, by which I mean his machine. And we popped that Chaos Emerald up his butt. Again, machine, not butt. And I think that's that's basically where we've got to. We next went to... Oh. Let's see what we've got. We also have... Let's switch over to... Book. We want to go to book. Here's book. We got some things, I think. What did we get? We didn't really get that much, actually. We just got the key items. There's not been much in the way of stuff, I have to say. And anyway, you can see the key stats up here in the top of the screen. As per usual, we've gone for... Well, actually, I think chat helped me with this. We went for speed first. Then I probably should have put them in decreasing order of bigness of number, but I didn't, so there we go. Speed top, agility next, strength next after that, and then on equal footing, coolness, quick wits, and good looks. Quick wits are quite important, but I feel like Sonic does not actually possess quick wits, so it's more like an accuracy thing than a desired statistic. And obviously coolness he doesn't really have much of, and good looks, I mean, he's a blue hedgehog, if you're into that kind of thing maybe, but Tails is way hotter if you ask me. So we are going to go for... It's actually really dark. It's really hot, but it's really dark. I don't understand. This stupid country. Right, let me just put the... Also, my blinds are closed, so that might have something to do with it, but who can say? Let's put the light on. Oh, take these off. That's better. Right. Well, I'm hoping by the time I'm leaving a sweat patch on this seat, I'm hoping I don't have to stand up again so you can see my grossness. Just regular grossness. Right, here we go. So, yeah. So we've got Sonic Sneaker Boosters. Has this camera just moved? Oh no, it's just disconnected. That's cool. Cool. Let's fix that. Deactivate. Oh no. This is a really, really shit camera. It's called Binefia. Well, that's not what I've named it, but it's just, that's the brand. And yeah, I cannot recommend it. I just can't. And I cannot, and I won't. It's not good. I have not got on well with it, is how I will phrase it. Just so that the CEO of Binefia does not come and hunt me down and murder me. So, the thing I'm going to do now is, instead of meeting Cool Knack Nick at, what did I say? 226, we're going to go to 102, or we're going to revisit this. So, 226 said... Emerging from the tunnel, the two friends face their final task to beat Robotnik, which just simply isn't true. Sonic feels very confident, but first they have to find Cool Knack Nick. He always seems to turn up near the end of the zone, so they make their way there as quickly as they can. Now turn to 272, which confused me greatly because we'd never met this Cool Knack Nick chap before. Yeah, very confusing and distressing. So where we should have been sent to was 102, which reads thus: 102. Oh yeah, so look, there he is. He's like some dog dickhead. He looks a bit like Dogtanian Look at Catcher's little face, look. But yeah, there he is. He's got a paper aeroplane for a hat. So here we go. This is where we should have been taken to, rather than the end of the game. Okay, here we go. Now that they have got the emerald, they can head for the end of the zone to try to boff Robotnik and his beam machine. I bet they're pleased with that. Feeling pleased with themselves, as are the authors, and becoming closer friends as time goes on, they know that they are not in any danger until they reach the end of the zone. They should be alone in the zone, but who's that ahead? The person blocking their way is very strange indeed. He has a felt hat on and he is dressed in green. Who does he think he is, Robin Hood? Asks Sonic. Oh wait, who does he think he is, Robin Hood? Asks Sonic. Or a pixie? Replies Catcher. They walk towards the person, Sonic hiding the emerald behind his back. I still can't remember the voice I gave to Cool Necknick, but I'm pretty sure it was a cool one. Which I guess would be like the jazz guy from Fast Show. Nice. So he would sound like, neither actually, announces the newcomer. My name is Cool Necknick. You can call me Mr. Necknick, or Sir if it suits you better. I'll call you whatever I want, replies Sonic. I'll call you Egg Breath, mutters Catcher. That's not a good idea. You don't want to upset me, do you? Answers Cool Necknick. Just why do you reckon that then? Asks Catcher. Because I've been watching you two. You don't have a chance of getting that emerald into the beam weapon on your own, is the answer. Gosh, this is a reasonably long section. How do you figure that? Asks Sonic. You gonna help? Maybe, maybe not. But I can certainly give you something to get that emerald into the weapon, says Cool Necknick. Okay, any help is welcome. Hand it over, replies Sonic. No, not that easy. You have to answer a riddle first. Here it is. Which is heavier, a ton of feathers or a ton of coal? But you can only answer if you give me 5 rings first. Rip off or what? Mumbles Catcher under his breath. Have Sonic and Catcher got 5 rings? If they have, then turn to 133. If they haven't got 5 rings, turn to 167. I suspect we don't, because we had to answer the riddle the first time around. So I'm going to go with going to 167. I hope that's not game over. 167. So we'd have given over 5 rings like a chump if we'd had them. No rings, eh? I'll take pity on you this time, but make sure you've got 5 rings for me next time, he says. Very kind of you, I'm sure, replies Catcher. Which is heavier, a ton of feathers or a ton of coal? Are they the same or is one heavier? Asks Cool Necknick. If you think they are the same, turn to 49. If you think that one is heavier than the other, then turn to 174. I haven't polled previous riddles because I've known the answer because I'm super smart. I suspect everything. Gigi, hello. I don't suspect you, apart from of being awesome. Hey James, here lurking, sweating, trying not to exert much. That is fair. It is very hot. I'm trying to stay quite still. There is no fan in here, and I think this is a crying shame, frankly. Safe bet, haha. Yeah, it is very sweaty. I dislike hot weather. I dislike it very much. I would rather be wearing a blanket than words being hot, making warm bad. Warm bad. But yeah, there are a few things you can do. There's those microfiber cloths that you can get wet and then wring them out and then put them around your neck. Or if you put a hot water bottle in the freezer and then it becomes all solid and icy, and then you can put it on your tummy, and then your tummy going be nice and cold. Been living in front of it. Yeah, my tower fan has been getting a lot of action. In a non-sexual sense. Well, presumably. It's not been getting any from me anyway. Yes, I have not been polling bees, so I feel like we will stick with that. And as I learned in year 4, which is when you're 9 or 10, weights mean that things are the same. The ton of feathers would probably fall more slowly, but that is because of air resistance. Depending on how they were packaged, I suppose. If they're all like shrink wrapped, then I think they'd fall the same. Anyway, that is besides the point. If you think that they are the same, which I do, turn to 49. Here we go. Oh look, it's a nice picture of our friend Catcher taking us up the mountain. Oh shit, 49. That's where we go. 49. Nice. Okay. They are the same, announces Sonic, after thinking for a second or two. Very good, didn't think you'd get that one, replies Cool Neck Nick. Good looks and a good brain too, answers Sonic, rather pleased with himself, as per fucking usual. Enough of that, you'll make me sick. Okay, I like Cool Neck Nick now. So, I like Catcher best, then Cool Neck Nick, and then Sonic. Let's see who else we meet along the way. Here's a Magno ladder. Make sure you use it right. See you at the end of the aquatic ruin zone then. If you make it that far, which I doubt. We'll see, warned Sonic. Now turn to 93. 93. Right. Let me know if the book is not lined up very well, or if the sound is too loud, or if my voice is too loud or not loud enough. Blah 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 blah. Last year on the heat waves. Oh yeah, damp towels are quite useful. It was so hot last year. It got to 40 degrees. 40 degrees Celsius. Not like your crazy Fahrenheit system that makes no sense. But 40 Celsius when you've got no air conditioning is just... I think it's illegal, but weather is a crime over here, so I did a crime of being really hot. It was bad, real bad, real bad. But this year it's only, I don't know, 30 maybe? 31 it says. So that's disgusting, but I suppose less egregious. Egregious. I don't need these for reading this. Good. Right. Right. Sonic and Catcher say goodbye to Cool Neck Nick. Even as they are wondering who on earth he is and what he's doing here, they reach the end of the zone. There's Robotnik, shouts Sonic. And he's using the beamer on those pipes, screams Catcher. Sure enough, the beam is converting the pipes into a wicked line of spikes. Let's get him, exclaims Catcher. Yeah, let's do it, replies Sonic. Should the two intrepid heroes wait and see what Robotnik does next, turn to 38, or should they attack straight away? Well, chat, how are you feeling? Are you feeling excited and murderous, or are you feeling cautious and measured and other words that mean the same sort of thing? Right, here we go. Here is our first poll of the day. Woo 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 woo. How do we do that again? We go over here. We click on this. We clickety click click click. We click on this. New poll. Robotnik. Oh no. Wait and watch, or pop him. We'll give you a couple of minutes for that. And we have to put where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is my thing here? Okay, here. There we go, there's the poll. Oh yeah, somebody put in my Discord, it might have been Cola, put in my Discord some exciting information about how the
Solly's Way.
Solly's Way! Welcome in, RKR! Thank you, 18 months, holy moly. That's 2 babies worth. Oh no, it was Sax, Sax put a thing in saying about where all of the where all the hitboxes are in Sonic, which was awesome, really interesting. So if you fancy checking that out, it is a YouTube video that is linked in my general chat. But welcome, Markea, how are you doing? First baby is now a pregnancy year-old, yes. Yeah, it sounds like not necessarily that fun a time getting pregnant instantly after giving birth, must admit. But then also giving birth doesn't sound great, and also being pregnant doesn't sound great. So, I mean, you know, it's just double not great, or quadruple if you consider them as separate events. Yes, it's really interesting. It explained a lot about like why that crab dickhead was such an arsehole as well. Ooh, we've got a tie, which means I get executive privileges in choosing what we do. Pizza! Ooh, we're going to a wedding, very nice. Are you all dressed up? Sounds very exciting. I don't know if I mentioned it, but we were at the cricket a couple of weeks ago, and there was a woman in front of us she was really nice, and she reminded me of like a like how do I put it? She was like an older version of you. Like her mannerisms were really similar. But yeah, you know, she reminded me of you. Is my point. But yeah, have loads of fun at the wedding. That sounds great. Love a good wedding. Where am I going next? Oh yeah. Not super dressed up. Jeans and a nice tank top. Ooh. Jewellery and nice sandals. I think going understated can be nice. I think it depends on the sort of vibe of the wedding, right? I kind of like dressing up for a wedding because I just very rarely dress up for anything, so I kind of see it as my chance to remind myself, that I can dress up sometimes, and it's okay, it's not as terrifying as it sounds. Right, let's put this on here for protection. Where are we going? See what he does next, or attack straight away. 2176. I get to choose this. I think one time we waited to see what he did next, and he flew away. Right, I tend to be, you know, a kind of gather information before acting kind of a gal, so let's just stick with instinct. Go to page 38. Here we go, okay. They wait patiently for a few minutes, then Robotnik does exactly what they were hoping he would do. The craft comes a little lower. The two heroes have a chance now. What will they do? Should Sonic attack? Turn to 212, or should he try using the Magno ladder? Turn to 45. Now, I know what I would do. That It's not up to me. So, here we go. Let's find out what say you. Paul. Question. Ooh. Here we go. Let's start this baby off. Could wear the dress you wore for April's brunch summer wedding. Ooh. Oh, yeah, I think wearing something nice and summery is quite a good thing though. I went to a friend's wedding in October some years ago. Oh, it's probably a lot of years ago. But it was October, it was a nice sunny day in October, and she commented that the bride commented that it was nice that I was wearing a summery dress, even though it was kind of an autumny kind of day. 9 days since you've been to a wedding. Gosh, that's so long ago. When did I last go to a wedding? Maybe last year? We don't go to many this, like, anymore, because most of my friends got married a long time ago. Because I'm old. I'm like late 30s now, so maybe you should wear the dress. Oh, I'm sorry. Wear what you feel comfortable in, because being comfortable is the main, the main idea at a wedding. Can't just stand. Ooh, what do you got? Are you sharing it? Don't ever wear dresses. Yeah, I know. Me neither, except obviously I am right now because it's super hot. Go for the jeans. If it's a kind of casual-ish, smart casual kind of an affair, then yeah, be comfy. Come over and get some. Ooh. Hamburger helper. What is a hamburger helper? How does it help? We're attacking! You guys should be using the key item. But that's fine. It's fine. It's fine, I'm not mad. To Google, yes, Google it for me. A skillet meal. A skillet meal. No. Look. We're all here to talk, to chat. And, I'm wearing a dress. It seems like fate that we're talking about clothes and dresses, so do talk. I think I don't know. Are you going with ape? Because I would kind of I kind of take a lead from whoever else I'm going with sometimes as well. Ground beef and pasta kind of thing with a nice sauce. Ooh, like almost like spaghetti bolognese. Hamburger helper. Interesting. Or like all mixed together. Like a kind of like a risotto but with pasta. Ground beef, add seasoning and pasta. Ooh. So is the pasta already cooked when you put it in it? Oh yeah, brown the ground beef. That sounds tasty. Maybe I'll have that for dinner. Alright, we're attacking for probably a very good reason, maybe. Here we go. Blah 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 blah. Okay, we're gonna attack. Turn to 2-1-2. And again, this is revisiting an earlier part of the book because it sent us to the wrong section the first time. So we're just replaying the end of Chemical Plant Zone. which is also the music. Yeah, because we ended up getting the Sonic Sneaker Boosters, which was not the correct item. So here we go. To attack the flying machine, Sonic must use his agility skill. He will need to score 8 or more. If Sonic makes it, turn to 151. If Sonic fails, then turn to 139. So, need to score 8 or more. And agility was 4, I think. Agility of 4. So, keen mathematicians, how many do we need? You know, you can work it out. Right, we're gonna... I can't remember which die cut combination was our best option last time. So... let's put this here as a kind of... Oh no, has the camera died again? Yeah. 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 Oh, it's because I touched the cable. How could I? How could I? Right, no touchy. No touchy. We want this. Yeah. It's so fun that you have to deactivate it and reactivate it twice to get it to work properly. I love doing that every time I touch the cable. Maybe it's the USB port that is to blame. If I give it the benefit of the doubt, which I don't really feel like doing. Alright, we're gonna have Tails die in Sonic Cup. Oh, the camera's died again. That's cool. Great. It's really, really useful. Okay, come on, come on. Okay. Ooh. Okay. 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 Don't tempt fate. Right, here we go. So, need a score of 4 or more. Have a lovely wedding. I mean, have a lovely time being a guest at a wedding. It sounds very fun. I hope it's a nice day. Yeah, okay. Elbow macaroni, interesting. Beefy mac, ooh. That does sound very good. I will try that one time. Hey Hamster, welcome on in. How's the triple triad going? Hamster's been doing, well, technically Final Fantasy VIII, but basically it's that's just a mechanism for playing triple triad. So yes, so we've got Tails die in Sonic Cup. Where's the best angle for this? Oh, it's very dark in there. Tails die, Sonic Cup. I will try and do this away from the mic, and I'm not going to exert myself too much because it's hot. Oh, and also makes my arm shake around, which is gross. Okay, here we go. So we need 4 or more. We got a 3, motherfucker. Right. Motherfucker. I mean, you'll have to cook it. Ooh, flat egg noodles. I don't feel like you'd have to... Like, you'd have to pre-cook the pasta, no? Reroll it, nobody saw that. Oh, I could just cheat. I could cheat. You can cook. Yeah, poor James having to cook his own food when it's this hot. It sounds like a nice meal. It sounds also like it would be quite simple to make, quite cheap, and so that makes it good for cooking a large batch, which means I don't know why you didn't make enough for the rest of us, basically. Pasta isn't cooked. Oh, okay. With seasoning and sauce. Okay. So it is a little bit like the process for making a risotto. Come get some. Okay, alright. You did. Okay, what? Yeah, we failed. So what's next? Failure. Sonic fails, turn to 139. 139. No! Oh, okay. Oh, this is... Okay. Sonic doesn't even get close. In an uncontrolled tumble, he spins back towards the ground. Although he doesn't see it, he manages to avoid a row of spikes. But he hits a machine pumping steam through the piping. Sonic must lose a life or all his rings. If this is his last life, then your adventure ends here. About that reroll opportunity. So, at this point, actually, technically, we would have had all 3 of our lives. But at this stage in our career, we only have 1 life left. So... You won't tell. Yeah, well... Gresco... I have to keep an eye on that Gresco telltale. Although I suspect Gresco's cool. He's not a narc. I have to keep making sure the camera's still working. Well... Let's see. Where were we before? We were at 212. 212. Actually, we don't even need to roll again. We'll just, you know, if we're going to cheat, let's just fully cheat. If he makes it turn to 151, we basically made it 151. I mean, if I'd chosen agility as his main skill, I'd have made it. So, and that probably doesn't really affect the rest of what's happened. So good, hooray. Okay, Sonic bashes the corner of the flying machine, then falls down to the ground. He manages to control his fall and lands soundly on his paws. The flying machine doesn't appear to be damaged seriously, just a dent where Sonic's body hit the paintwork. Sonic has no alternative but to try using the Magno ladder, so turn to 45. That's what I was saying. Guys, get on my page. Literal page. To use the Magno ladder at the right time, Sonic needs to be fast. He will need to use his quick wits. Sonic must score 7 or more. If he manages this, then turn to 217. If he fails, turn to 287. This is a yikes, because my quick wits are 2, which isn't a lot. It's quite a not lot, actually. So it's a tall order. I'm going to put Tails die in Tails' cup, because Tails is best boy. Oh. Unfortunately, we only have Sonic lid. I think there is Tails lid, I just didn't take it out of the tin. So there are options, potentially. I'll never tell whether I'll tell or not. Oh, you got us. Got him. You got a 6. Whoa, a 6. Amazing. I get a 6 every time. It's just amazing luck. Maybe I should get a die that's just 6s all over. That would work nicely. Seems sus to me. What? No way. Right. So, we need a 5 or more. Let's see what the actual die says. And then we'll decide what to do. Ignore what it looks like I'm doing. It's not. I'm not doing that. Right. 5! Like, we always knew it was gonna be good. Alright, good. Good boy, Tails. You've been really good. Well done. Right, so without even cheating, not even slightly, since the last time I cheated. Right, if he succeeds, then turn to 1-1-1, which is what we call a Nelson in cricket. Is widely believed to be unlucky. So if a team is on 111, people believe it's more likely that somebody will get caught out or get out somehow. Okay, here we go. The jump is good. Sonic lands on the platform with perfection and great skill. Even Catcher has managed to scramble onto the platform with him. Ride. Wait. What? It did say 1-1-1, right? Hang on. Where were we a second ago? We were 1-5-1, right? Or no. 5-1, 45. I can't remember where we were. Went to 45. Used the Magno ladder. Turned to 2-1-7. 2-1-7. 2-1-7. Oh, okay. I just went to the wrong place in the first place. Okay, fine. A brilliant shot. The Magno ladder attaches itself to the flying machine. In the second, Sonic climbs up the ladder and is beside Robotnik. Aw, that's nice. The crazy scientist stares in disbelief through the canopy of the cockpit. All he can do is pitch the craft left and right to try to knock Sonic off. Before the rocking gets too violent, turn to 1-1-3. I don't know how I managed to fuck up reading a number. Numbers are quite easy to read, generally. Okay, here we go. 1-1-3. Ooh, we got a picture. Here's our picture. It's a very droopy-nosed Robotnik. With Sonic kind of mooning him on the front of it, whilst straddling Robotnik's large gun. This, I feel like this is a kind of, like a Sonic fan art, wet dream kind of thing. He's like clutching his jewels in front of him, bending forwards, straddling the gun, looking back at Robotnik, who is, you know, holding two sticks in his hand, I guess. Yeah, it's quite well drawn. You can see the sort of the ground beneath them. It's nice, like a nice little touch with trees. Well, you know, that's nice. Do excuse me. Here we go. Anyway, the lewdness of the situation aside. With a flourish, Sonic drops the emerald into the open machinery of the beamer. Instantly, there is a slight change. The orange beam is not so orangey anymore. The flying machine dips down, losing height, as Robotnik struggles to knock Sonic off. As the machine gets to within a couple of meters of the ground, Sonic jumps off. "That's number one," he taunts. He can see the mad scientist's evil face through the glass of the canopy. He doesn't look happy. Catcher wanders up to Sonic and congratulates him. "There's still a long way to go," says Sonic. "But at least we're a third of the way there," replies Catcher. With that, they head off to the aquatic ruin zone. Now turn to 150. And thus ends... Yeah, right? Look at his little face. It's like, "Oh yeah, you like that? Yeah? You like it? You like it when I rub my jewels on your gun? Hmm? Yeah. Yeah, get it." I don't know, maybe Robotnik's just like exerting himself. Anyway, that aside. So that concludes the way that section should have gone when we first played it. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's like waving his ass right in his face. He's like, "Oh yeah, come get some." Anyway, right. So that is where we should have got sent to when we first played through the chemical plant zone. We should have got the Magno ladder, met Cool Knack-Nick for the first time. Sorry. Did I have a drink? Yeah, met Cool Knack-Nick for the first time. And, yeah, got Magno ladder, then gone and bonked Robotnik for the first time and popped the first Chaos Emerald in his machinery. Ridden his gun to victory. So, now we can continue from where we were previously. So, we are... Should this be in number 11? My page says 11. Okay. I think this might be another case of where I have misread a number, which is happening alarmingly frequently. Never mind. So, number 11. How many visits to this zone has Sonic made? I think this is Winged Fortress. It must be, because it keeps asking me if I've bonked a clocker. If he's been here 3 or more times, which I think he has, because he went the first time to. He went the first time and he found the map. Then he went after the chemical plant zone, I think. Then he went after the aquatic ruin zone. So we've just been through Emerald Hill zone. In the main thread, in the main universe of this read through. So I believe we're going to 230. 230. 230. Okay. Has Sonic dealt with Clucker? If he has, then turn to 17. If he hasn't trashed Clucker, turn to 183. We did trash Clucker. We dealt with him good. Fucked him right up. Clucked him right up. 17, please. Okay. Safely past the remains of the scrambled Clucker, Sonic enters the lab itself. Crouching by the doorway, Sonic can see Robotnik tinkering with the flying machine and the beamer. Robotnik disappears into another room to get his toolbox. Sonic has one chance. He can grab the machine while Robotnik is busy. By using his speed and quick wits, Sonic can get to the machine and steal it. It's difficult and he doesn't have much time. Roll a die and add the results to Sonic's speed and quick wits. Sonic needs to get a combined score of 9 or more. If he succeeds, then turn to 214. If he fails, turn to 265. Okay, speed and quick wits. So that, I believe, is 5 plus 2, which is 7. Then we need to get another 2 to take us over that magical threshold of 9. Now, Tails die and Tails Cup were good boys before this. We're gonna hope they're just having a really nice day and being kind to us. Oh look, there's a llama. Little llama face. Llama face. I think it's because yeah, well, it's from a game called Perudo or Liar Dice. I can't remember what it says the origins of the game are, but I'm guessing South America somewhere. Anyway, here we go. We need 2 or more. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. But the die can always murder us. So five! Ah, he really likes his fives. Well, that's nice. Thank you, Tails die. That was really nice. Thank you. Okay. Boo 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 doo boo, yeah. Right. If he succeeds, then turn it to 214. We succeeded. 214. This isn't the picture for what's just happened, but look, that's nice. I think. Oh yeah, this is what we went through before, and he didn't manage to avoid the block, and so he lost a life, which was sad. Sad times. So 214. With a mixture of the coolest moves on Mobius and the speed of a bullet, Sonic makes it to the flying machine. Scanning the control panel, he spots the starter button and fires up the machine. A brilliant cone of heat roars from the rear of the machine as the panel bursts into light. Robotnik comes out of the shadows and waddles towards the cockpit. Sonic is too fast for him and he slams the canopy shut. Robotnik throws himself at the canopy, but he bounces off onto the floor. With a grin on his face, Sonic punches in the launch coordinates and zooms through the launch bay and into the clouds. Awesome. Amazing, dude. Look at those skills. Now 10 to 29. That's the coolest move I've ever seen as a resident of Mobius. Okay, here we go. In minutes, Sonic is hovering above the Emerald Hill Zone. Below, he can see the gnashing and gibbering form of the Tailsnick that used to be his friend. Sonic looks for the reality inversion beam controls. He spots the polarity switch. This must be the switch that can change the effect of the beam. The switch is very stiff, and Sonic needs all his strength to move it. If there's a switch, right, that changes it between the beam makes good things bad, and when you change the switch, it makes bad things good, why would Robotnik have ever pulled the switch? And if there's, you know, a circuit that makes the bad to good thing happen, why did he bother building that? Like, I thought the whole point of this was it's just one beam. If you fire it at something good, it makes it bad. If you fire it at something bad, it makes it good. Okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. Let's just not think about it. It's fine. It's fine. There's probably a really, really good reason. Okay, you have a question. Yes, that woman there. How do you feel about the Northern boys? Are these specific boys who are Northern, or just general boys from the North? And do you mean the north of the UK, or just the north of anywhere? Oh, hip-hop group that's a bunch of elderly retirees. That sounds kind of amazing. I don't have any strong feelings about them because I've never heard of them, but I definitely want to have an opinion on this. They're incredible. I am going to write this down for afterwards. Okay. The Northern boy. Oh gosh, bad handwriting. Northern boys. Hip hop. I bet they have something about hip replacement. Hip hop for by retirees. My handwriting is that bad because I'm trying not to press too hard because it's on the keyboard. And that will make bad things happen probably. So just, you know, forgive and forget. Sorta. Oh, do they, as in sorta, they make a pun about hips. I need this in my life. Key smashing on accident. You know, sometimes smashing just happens. Right. Okay. Anyway. Okay. I had got somewhat distracted by frustration at the terrible logic behind what's going on. We've moved past this. I'm fine. I'm over it. It's fine. The switch is very stiff, and Sonic needs all his strength to move it. Roll a die and add the result to his strength. Sonic will need to score 8 or more to move the switch. If he succeeds, then turn to 148. If he fails, turn to 175. Now, strength. Oh no, we didn't go for 5 strength. Oh no, we went for 3. Shit. Okay, so last time I think I put strength as 5. Because there was a lot more there's a lot more monster boffing last time. But this time it has been a bit more varied as to what skill we've needed, which I kind of appreciate because it was a little bit one-dimensional, that first book we read, which was Sonic versus Sonic. That's right. Now we need a 5 or more. I feel like, even though the odds are the same, I feel like it's a tall order to get Tails to do 3 5s in a row. Glad I could help. Oh, well, always. If you have any other elderly UK groups making cool music, do let me know. Always interested. Or I guess, you know, other groups of people doing cool stuff. Also interesting, I suppose. Right, so Tails Cup and Tails Die have another chance to give me a 5 or a 6. A 6 would be fine as well. You've been very good. You've been very good so far. I believe in you. But you do what you see fit. But I would really like a 5 or a 6 again, if you don't mind. That'd be great. Thanks. Right, here we go. Oh, I think he thought I was being condescending, which maybe I was. So that's a 1. That's a fail. That's a what do they call that in D&D? Well, anyway, whatever. No, it's a 6. Critical. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, critical miss. Let's see what happens. See what happens. If he fails, let's just imagine for a sec that we failed. Just purely out of interest. Turn to 175. 175. Oh no! Oh, okay, never mind. Right, okay. It's fine, maybe. Even with all of his strength, Sonic just cannot shift the switch at all. In his effort to move the switch, Sonic does not see a hill ahead of him. The flying machine pitches into the hillside and explodes in a ball of orange flames. If Sonic had any lives left, then he has lost them all in the explosion. A good attempt to save his friend and Mobius from Robotnik, but it has ended in failure. Your adventure ends here. Yeah, that is literally the first time we've had that. You've lost every life and you died and you failed miserably. From a critical standpoint, in terms of being critical of the book, I think this should happen more often. However, as someone who's just failed with a critical miss, I'm a little upset, frankly. a little bit upset. So after that theoretical diversion as to if we had failed that, if he succeeds, turn to 148. But just, I think Tails meant to do a 6. He just didn't realise I was going to invert the cup afterwards. I think 1 is opposite 6, isn't it? I think opposing sides add up to 7, maybe. 148. With our wonderful success rate. Success! The switch gradually moves into the reverse position. Sonic can now use the beam to return everything to the way it used to be. He stops the machine over Tails' neck and switches on the reality inversion beam. The creature is bathed in the orangey glow of the beam and slowly changes back into Tails. Sonic brings the flying machine to rest beside the confused Tails. "What happened? I didn't remember anything," says Tails. "Nothing really. It's a long story. Hop in, we've got work to do." We've got work to do. Replies Sonic. With that, the two pals leap into the flying machine to start to reverse all of the damage that Robotnik has managed to do with his infernal beam weapon. Who knows, the reality inversion beam might even work on Robotnik himself. But that's another story. Your adventure ends victoriously here. Ooh. Hooray! What a tale. What a wild ride that was. We did it. We did it! I think we just need a little... tappity tappity tap. Oh. Okay, good. Really good. Well, I say really good. I mean, we did cheat quite considerably at the end there. But, hurrah! We got through it. I had 1 life left. We got all the Chaos Emeralds that were available to us. I've learned about hip-hop retirees. And we pretty much had 0 rings almost throughout the book. Or if we got rings, we basically lost them all through failure of things. Ooh, hologram. I just love a hologram, don't you? Let's see if we can get it to do its thing. Ooh, amazing. So, if I were to be critical of the book, which, bear with me, I know is, almost impossible to be critical of this. Let's come back to our other cam. I think it's better than Sonic vs. Sonic, I think. But, I mean, Sonic vs. Sonic was bad. This, I think, had more... the error with sending us to the wrong section was a lot more troublesome than it was in Sonic vs. Sonic. Because that basically meant we skipped a whole segment of the book where we met one of the main characters. That main character was a bit crappy. I mean, he's not the crappiest character, that's Sonic, but he was, I don't know, it was a bit of a weird introduction to a character. Unless Nick is part of the universe that I'm not aware of, who knows? Who am I to say? I didn't even know the gross stuff in Chemical Plant Zone was called Mega Mac. What kind of Sonic fan am I? Actually, I only played 1 and 2, so the answer is pretty shit one. I feel like they could have done more with the Tailsnick side of things, because all that happens with that is Sonic watches Tails get turned into a Tailsnick, and then he fucks off and does a bunch of stuff, and then right at the very end of the book he's like, yo Tails, and then zaps him with the beam, and then everything's back to normal. I think he should have encountered Tailsnick a few times and then had like decisions to do as to, do I fight with him? What do I do? Do I try and trap him? Do I try and talk to him? You know, I think there should have been more interaction between Sonic and Tailsnick. I think it was good that we had more skills that were used in die rolls. I still don't think coolness was used, but we did try to use our good looks to seduce Catcher into doing some of our bidding, so that was interesting. Although it felt a bit sort of hammered in there, because I don't know how much Catcher would have actually cared about how hot Sonic is, hot or not. But I don't know, maybe that's part of the lore that I just don't know. Again, I apparently don't know that much about Sonic, so who's to say? But yeah, so that there were better things in this. I think it's quite good that they scaled it back to just 3 different zones. Although I did quite like the fact that Sonic vs. Sonic went through all of the zones that were available, except Oil Ocean Zone, which was kind of squashed in with Aquatic Ruin. But it did make the book feel longer, and Chemical Plant Zone, the maze in that just made me furious. GG, you did. I winned! We all winned, actually. It was a joint venture. We all winned. I dedicate this victory to chat. Even though you never let me get rings, and you didn't let me use the Magno ladder straight away on Robotnik. But even so, some of your decisions were quite good. I think there were a few decisions where I would have gone in the opposite direction, and actually that turned out to, my idea would have been dangerous and bad. So chat kind of saved us from that. Now, whether that is because you were trying to screw me over in terms of you also thought that I should do the same thing I thought we should do, and you made me do the other thing. You know what I mean? Like, maybe you were trying to screw me over, but either way, it backfired. Or it went well for us. Whatever. So, there that is. Huzzah!